Hey, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. I guess you can call it a podcast. You guys, I missed y'all. I got to pick up some more shows or something because I feel like I ain't seen y'all. I don't ever see y'all, but you know what I mean. I haven't talked to you guys in forever. Thank you to all my new subbies. Welcome to the beautiful people family. I definitely appreciate you. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. I'm on the road to 500, baby steps. If you want to be a part of something big, go ahead. How did I just get caught up on that? See, that's what happens when you try to do stuff and it comes off inauthentic. Where you're like, hey, do this. Go ahead and hit the like, comment, subscribe. You forget that shit. So let me just talk. Let me just talk regular, okay? Hit the like button. It does wonders for my analytics. It really does. Comment. I will definitely speak back to you guys. Let's talk about some things. You are more than welcome to disagree with me. Just keep it cute. But yeah, please consider subscribing. I would definitely love to have you. All right, we're here today to talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac. Not sure if I said it already, but let's get to it. All right, so we start off seeing this pretty house, which just so happens to be Candace's house. She did a really good job. The house looks really good. And guess who's coming to see her? Ashley. Can y'all believe that? And in the confessional, what's her name? Candace is like, yeah, I like Ashley. Want us to get along or whatever. She cool when she ain't being a hoe. I was like, what? Like, if she were being a hoe, what would that have to do with you? But I get it. I get what you're saying. And no, Ashley's always a hoe. If another name for bitchy is hoe, then she's always a hoe because you'll find out coming up. I'm jumping ahead. But yeah, so she comes, she has the wine and the cheese and everything set up for her. She's a very good hostess. That was very nice. The only thing is her hair is beautiful. It's very fluffy, it's very full. However, it was driving me crazy. The fact that she just kept moving it all around and like I couldn't concentrate on what's happening in the goddamn scene because she just kept touching her hair. And then Ashley is like, your hair looks fine. I'm like, thank you. Leave it alone. Like, find a place to put it. And she's like, has too much going to the left and to the right. And then they cut back to her and she has it going down the middle, a part down the middle, looking like show enough. And I was like, girl, leave the hair alone. But I won't clown it. It's very pretty. Like, I even like the curl pattern. Like, however she did that curl, you know how they have like the two-string curls and this curl, that curl. I don't know because I don't have oh, excuse me. I was going to say normal hair, but no, I don't have I was going to say natural hair. That's not it either. Listen, my shit's processed. I love the creamy crack. I'm sorry. I listen, if you don't like it and you don't have it, it's amazing. It's great. I love it. However, as for me and my home, no, I'm kidding because my baby doesn't have it. But listen, I have to have bone straight. My hair has to be bone straight, baby. And shout out to my hair person, which is my sister. All right, anyway, let's get back to the scene, y'all. So basically, we're talking about the fact that the story leaked. How many of us really think the story leaked? And she felt like she had no control or whatever because we had this joint statement. And okay, y'all don't believe nothing that comes out of Ashley's mouth. I'm sorry. All right, so we find out that Candace is no longer doing the IVF treatment because the girls are stressing her out, even though I think she said it last episode as well. But she told Candace that your friend and her allegations, Chris don't want to come around and, all that. And she's like, Ashley is like, oh, she knows my secrets. So yeah, that is my friend. No, Ashley is the yes woman too, you guys. She's not as bad as Robin, but if you think about it, in all these seasons, she be up in their ass too. She's always up in Giselle and Robin's ass. So she flies under the radar. Nobody ever calls her on it because she does her own shit. She starts her own stuff as well. But no, Ashley is definitely up their asses too. Is it a true friendship? I don't know. But can Giselle really be true friends with anyone? Even Robin, I'm sorry. I just feel like she will turn on any and everyone. So we'll see what happens when, they finally throw everybody off or drive everybody off, ice everybody out, and then it's Ashley's turn. Do y'all think it won't be Ashley's turn? Do y'all really think they care? Anyway, we find out Ashley is dating a hockey player. What's his name? Michael went to go get a vasectomy, and then he went to Vegas, and he won't really talk to her. So fuck him. Who cares? Like, listen, you got what you wanted. You wanted these kids with his old ass. And y'all, I forgot to mention how that second baby boy, he looked just like Michael. Oh my God, he looked exactly how Michael looks now, which is giving me all of Benjamin. But shit, it's not nice. I can't say that because, hopefully, it won't come back on my grandbaby or anything. My grandbabies when she has my grandbabies. But yeah, that baby definitely is giving Benjamin Buttons and total Michael right now at the age of 86 or however old he is. She finally gets off the floor from laughter. She's like, people really do talk, don't they? And Candace is like, girl, yeah. Candace strike me as, because she's giving her that whole bitch, like, yes, girl, you doing it. She give me the whole, like me, I ain't gonna lie, I'm going to encourage you to do all kind of naughty stuff and live vicariously through you. Cheating and all that stuff or whatever. I'll be like, yes, girl, do that. If that's what you want to do that. Because fuck these men. But I don't do it, though. And I feel like Candace is doing the same thing to her. Like, yes, just because she really hates Michael, which I totally understand. And Ashley's like, yeah, because I totally used to hear a lot of stuff about Karen. And then Candace is like, yeah, like she used to go to restaurants around the corner with somebody who wasn't her man. And I'm like, why are they doing that? But Karen, you see who did it? Ashley brought that shit up. Like, why are you doing that on camera? Candace, why are you saying that on camera? You have a problem with the fact that they're coming for your husband and your marriage, but this is what you do on camera to somebody who you call a friend. Like, that was just kind of really messy and shitty. These girls will do anything for a storyline. It was shitty. And I'm sorry, Karen lies. She's a liar. A lot of them are liars. Karen plays the fence. She ain't taking a side. She's doing all that or whatever. But I just feel like for them to do that, that's real shitty. She ain't did none of them, I don't think. All right, and so we end this scene with Candace telling Ashley that it don't matter that you dating, that's fine. Y'all separated. You deserve some new balls. You don't deserve those old saggy balls. And I'm like, Candace, why do you care? Why on earth do you care? And I don't know. Like, Candace wants to be her friend. I get it. Because in the confessional, she's saying how, Ashley brought her in. And I'm like, we all know how that works. You didn't really know her. Y'all saw each other at a pageant or two. But y'all didn't really know each other. But you were the person that, like, it's fine. But y'all never got along from day one. Or after day one. I remember her coming to the restaurant. Y'all did the little kiki and or whatever. But after that, it was done. Like, the gloves were off. So why on earth do you want to be her friend so bad? Like, Michael had nothing to do with the fact that she wrote a statement against you. She wasn't on your team with, like, she's been fucking with you all on her own. That has nothing to do with Michael. So I understand why suddenly, now that Michael's gone, she really wants to be a friend. Ashley is a shitty person. Do we think that Candace is a shitty person too? I mean, well, not even shitty person, but shitty friend. I'm trying to think of Candace's friendships and if she has been loyal to anyone or anything. I don't know why, but I feel like if Candace is down with you and y'all like true friends, she would be a true friend. I could be wrong, but I just kind of feel that way. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, if she's done something like super dirty just out of nowhere. But I don't know. I can't remember it offhand. Next, we're with Mia and Gordon and their family, and they're about to have dinner on the deck. And she's like, where's the centerpiece? We don't eat dinner without a centerpiece in this family. And I call bullshit. No, only when the cameras are here, because that centerpiece was long gone. That runner and all that shit was long gone. He had to go get it. They set the table, and I'm like, girl, don't do us. But the food that she was cutting for the little boy was like the tiniest sliver of super dry chicken or turkey or something, and then a tiny piece of bread. And I'm like, who is that for? Like, what are you doing? So her and Gordon are talking about just kind of everything, and he's like, Yeah, so the big elephant in the room. Oh, they're talking about open up another place, and she opened it up, and she's like, she doesn't want to do another one for a while. He's like, you say that after everyone, but he's like, the big elephant in the room is, how do you feel about the results and all the stuff that we found out? And she's looking at him just like dumb. Like she's blank. Like what? What do you mean? He's like, with your health. I'm like, girl, snap out of it. Fuck is wrong with you? Like, oh my gosh, she was in another world. And she's like, yeah, I know, it's scary. So apparently she put it on the back burner. They ruled out cancer. She still don't know what it is. And I'm like, does she have like butt injections, or did she get her butt done? Could that be it? Like something with that? But she has to get some lymph nodes or whatever removed. Okay, fine. Her kid wants to have a dance off. She spoke around. Let me leave kids alone. I was just about to really clown her kid, but she's a kid. Leave her alone. But she then proceeds to start screaming. Like she's running around screaming. And I'm like, oh, hell no. Oh no. Like, yeah, I was so irritated with this whole part because when I say she was screaming for no good reason at the top of her lungs and nobody was saying, shut up. Girl, what are you doing? I mean, trip her, something. No, no, you can't trip her. But I mean, eventually, what's his name? Gordon was like, Juju, but he was still laughing. Shit ain't funny. She gotta shut up. Anyway, their little scene. Yeah, okay, it's always cute when you have the kids, but let's move on. We learned nothing here. So no, we can't move on from them yet because Mia says she wants to invite all the women to Miami. So she has some adoptive, or not adoptive because she wasn't totally adopted. Well, I think maybe foster parents, and they were in Miami, and she really loves Miami, so she wants to go back there. Apparently she did a girls trip in Miami, and G popped up on her. He did a pop up even though he was happily married. So he said, and she's like, couldn't have been too happy because he was there. And I'm like, so you was dealing with a married man. Okay. And let's see how that, how that comes back to haunt you. Because I just feel like that's not good karma. But anyway, she says they did it on the beach. And, she did everything. They knew people were watching. They put on a show, and she did everything except pussy pop on a handstand, but she would have done it if something, I don't know, she didn't do it, but she wanted to do it. It was too much. Like, no, thank you, Mia. I mean, I guess whatever she did worked. She got the man with the money, right? We have Giselle and her daughters. She's getting a pedicure. They're getting manicures. And you guys, the way the nail salon was set up was a little weird to me. Like, I felt like they put that table there strictly for filming, because why else would you have the nail thing right there facing the pedicure? Like, have y'all seen that before? That's like totally new to me. So I feel like maybe that was for production, because I would hate that. I would hate to sit there getting my nails done with somebody getting their freaking feet done looking over me. Because when you're in the nail salon, they ain't got nothing to do but look over at you. Even people sitting right next to you, they looking at your hands. And I'll be like, look at your own hands. Like, what you looking at when I'm getting done? And then they be like, oh, girl, that's pretty. That color pretty. And then you feel bad for being like, pay attention to yourself. Worry about yourself. And you be like, oh, thank you. But yeah, I just feel like, God damn it. Sorry, guys. It happens every time. But it's funny because Giselle's kids keep it so real. I swear to God, they do, especially with her. Unfortunately, with kids, you can't ever do anything right. Like, oh my God, they love you, they do, but they will just make you feel like shit time and time again. So she sits down, they put the little towel down, getting ready to do her feet. She picks it up and puts it on her face, dabbing her face, talking about she felt like she was, glistening or whatever. She was a little sweat. And I'm like, oh, her daughter said, you nasty. I was like, yes, that is very nasty, because that's a foot towel. I'm sorry. Could have been washed, whatever it is. It's a foot towel. Giselle. But they talk about the party. They have a Sweet 16 coming up, and they want the actual big party and everything. They don't want her to act a fool, basically. She promised she wouldn't. Yada yada yada. Trying to think if there's anything else. I really don't want to watch this scene again, but I will. Hold on, y'all. I don't think it's anything else to it though. I know nothing else happened there. And then we get to Robin, and she's talking to an attorney or somebody like that, whoever, about this prenup. And Robin can just fuck off. I'm sorry, she's on something. We gonna get to that later, but She looked cute though. I feel like her wig was a little too thick or something, but she had her face done and everything. She looked cute. But I'm not listening to this story again. Oh, me and Juan, we've been together since we were 12, and I don't care. I don't want to hear it. And yes, now you want a prenup. You made him lose his money, and now you like, later for that, I'm gonna keep my money. Okay, fine. Like, I just don't care about Robin. I don't. A tulip farm or whatever you want to call it, patch, whatever you call it. And they're picking flowers. So cute. I love the little basket and everything. But it's freezing. Yeah, I'd be uncomfortable when they keep. Why do they keep doing stuff outside when it's freezing? I don't like that because I don't like to be cold. But they're clearly freezing, and Wendy just has on this like silk uh jacket. I mean, not even a jacket. It's kind of like a silk cardigan type thing with her boobs all open. I'm like, next you're gonna be sick because your chest is all open. Sound like somebody's mama. But she had to have been freezing. Like if Ashley got on a coat and she's asking for a blanket and everything, which I felt was kind of, I don't know, like Wendy didn't have nothing on. You can't give her the blanket, but if it's cold, it's cold. And Wendy was acting. She was really, really acting like she wasn't cold. So okay, I mean, she was cold, but she wasn't trying to like huddle, pull her stuff together and nothing like that. But anyway, they're talking about, what happened. Karen's letting her know that, I hated the fact that I didn't see you and the boys there at the little thing. She's like, yeah, Robin, the whole thing. So she ends up saying she wants to get all the girls together to kind of hash it out or whatever. And she wants to send a text. Ashley's telling her, well, you probably need to send a separate text to them. Something like, I know we aren't on good terms, but, maybe we could get together. And she's like, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to send a group text and that's that. Ashley's like, well, I think maybe, you should word it a little differently for them. Like they should stand out a little bit. And I'm like, that's what I'm telling y'all. Do y'all see what I'm saying? Ashley is basically telling her, you should kiss their ass. Like, what are you doing? You should definitely single them out and kiss their ass a little bit harder. The girl. And then Wendy was like, listen, no, I'm not doing that. Like, why are you acting like they just didn't do something to my kids? They better be glad I'm inviting them. And I'm like, should they really? Because it sounds like some bullshit. The whole thing, burn book and all, like, girl, it sounds very 1980. But okay, so Ashley's like, listen, I was just trying to help you because you the one doing the inviting or whatever. No, you were trying to help her to learn how to kiss ass like you, Ashley. That's what you were doing. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just can't watch Candace's her stuff again. And you would honestly think that I don't like this girl because I do. Because I feel like I fast forward through her scenes every time or don't want to rewatch them, but they're just boring to me. So like I just don't care. She's releasing a deluxe. Okay, great. Um her sister doesn't know who Trina is. Trina is on her deluxe. That's great. All of that is great. We learned that what's his name? The whole thing to Miami. She said something about that. Chris doesn't want to be around them. Well, we understand that, Chris. It makes sense. So he ends up exiting stage left. I don't know what else happened, but I don't think anything huge happened here. I don't want to watch it again, you guys. I'm sorry. Gonna move on. Gonna move on. All right, so now they're on their way, and I have to say Ashley looks cute. First of all, her hair looked cute when she was at Candace's house. She had that curly stuff. That's not all her naturally curly hair, I'm sure, right? I don't know, but it looked cute. And now she has this ponytail, super cute. And it could be her hair, but the girls are in the sprinter, and Wendy's talking about her kidney stones. Yeah, I just don't think Ashley really likes Wendy like that. I don't. Like, I just feel like she's forcing it. I don't think any of these women really like Wendy. So, again, I'm jumping ahead and all that, but I just don't feel like they feeling her like that. So Robin gets on and she has on these boots are made for walking. And that's just what they'll do. um, I don't know. Were they kitten heels? Because they was looking a little kitten heelish to me. Listen, I'm not mad at a kitten heel when you make a certain age. I'm not. However, mm, I just feel like on certain boots and certain things, no. If you're not going with a full-on stiletto or a chunky heel or something that's a little up there, then mm-mm. But just keep it flat, sis. But she's trying. Like for some reason, Robin is trying really, really hard this season. I feel like maybe she listened and she heard everyone saying how awful her and Giselle was looking. Because last season, you guys, Robin looked like shit. I'm sorry. She's a pretty girl. So, no, I'm not talking about her face. I'm talking about the way she was dressing, the way she was coming off. Like, she just did not care how she looked on national television. So maybe she just actually heard some things and now she's trying to dress it up. But anyway, she says she's only coming to be nosy. And I'm like, that's the whole reason why you're here on this show, right? All right, so Wendy just don't be talking about nothing. On top of her having the kidney stone, she's booked and busy, booked and busy. We're like, we get it. That's your storyline. We get it. We're all on to you. Like we understand the assignment. But we also learned that her mom was taken to the hospital, so she was getting all upset about that. So okay, let's move on. Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers to her mama. God damn it, Giselle. Y'all. So first of all, they made it there and Ashley looked phenomenal, you guys. Like the little ponytail was cute. The jeans, the distressed jeans rolled up at the bottom with a nice little nude heel and a white blazer. Yes, I love it. That's my I mean, it's very simple and yet fashionable. I love it. Giselle, I was about to give her a super compliment as well. She kind of got on the same thing, except her blazer is pink. She had on some shoes with a little pink or whatever. But y'all, she get off the bus and this girl is about to break her neck. I'm like, she just can't get it right. Girl, you should just wear some flats. Now, y'all know Giselle will put on some flats in a minute. She'll wear some gym shoes. Her and Robin, I think her and Robin had a pact that they was going to look better this season. So, she looked fine. She almost broke her neck, but she looked fine. Y'all, so as they walk in, Wendy and Ashley are already there, and they come in, and Wendy's like, hello, and Giselle's like, hello, Ashley, and walk past Wendy, and I'm like, that's so shitty. Listen, if you can't stand this girl like that, I mean, I understand. I guess they have to come because they have to film or whatever, but damn, that's shitty. And I just hate that she cares. Wendy cares this season. I feel like she should have been like, fuck them too. And it would have been a great season. If it was like, well, they did a little bit too much last season, too much arguing and everything. But, Giselle was really pressed for some reason for Wendy to talk to her and not be mad. Like, Wendy was giving her the business. I'm not going to lie. Wendy was going in. But for some reason this season, something totally different, and now the energy has flipped and they're super upset with her. They can't stand her, icing her out. But Robin in this top knot, y'all, I don't wear weave. I don't mind women that wear weave. I love it. My daughter, changes up her hair and her look all the time. I think I've said it before. I love women that can do that. And so what I'm saying is Robin needed a long ass ponytail put on that top knot or something. Like, I just honestly wanted to set one of them ponytails on top of there, because then you would have been giving something. This top knot, it wasn't a whole knot. It was like a nub. Listen, I am not hair shaming this girl. I don't care that she cut her hair and, there's not a lot up there. I just feel like she should have done something different with it. That's all I'm saying. All right, so the waitress asks if they need time to look over the menu, and Giselle's like, no, I think we're going to go. And she's like, okay then, girl. And I'm like, no, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. You as a white woman would not be sitting here calling a bunch of other white women girl. So don't speak to me like that. Like, I have an issue with women. Well, not women, but white people. I don't have an issue with white people, but I have a issue with white people who do that. Don't speak to me as if you are black or like you're speaking slang as if that's all I can understand. Fuck wrong with you. I sounded really black, right? But Candace is ordering everything on the menu. Ashley about the memes. The memes are going crazy about you and Michael. And in the confessional, she's like, yeah, I get it. They're clowning him. I get it. However, I know the feeling. It's not a good feeling when everybody thinks your husband is a creep. And I'm like, yeah, your husband is a creep, but you're a creep too, Giselle. All right, so Mia ends up asking, okay, what's a burn situation? Like, what did I step into? And she gives this whole thing. Wendy gives this whole thing about, saying what issue you have, and then you burn it and yada yada. But as they're getting ready to begin, she's like, okay, take a notebook and pass it around. And she grabs the fire, the little candle thing, and she's like, yeah, I love dramatics and the burn session. And it's all just giving me Monique. And when she what she was doing, I think she did a couple of them where she was coming and the notebook thing or whatever. I can't remember what she called it, but it's just giving that. And I'm just like, what are you doing? But as she's trying to make jokes or whatever, nobody's laughing. Nobody's your friend here, Wendy. I just really don't feel like they like her. So, excuse me. So a lot of stuff she did and said just kind of fell flat because she got no response for a lot of stuff. It was very, very uncomfortable for me. All right, yeah, I'm not gonna go through all of these, okay? So Ashley felt like she had a barrier. Candace felt like she had a barrier. Mia said you might want to burn this one because I feel like you're dismissive and all this. And then we see where she definitely was dismissing Mia, like, listen, you shut up, stop talking. So she ends up burning that or whatever. So let's move on to the other two, where let's get with the shits finally. All right, so Robin tells her, we are like oil and water. We don't mix, and I'm fine with that. Boom. She's like, okay. Giselle ditto that. And also, I just feel like, you shitted on me for an entire year. You went on this whole I hate Giselle thing. And then you tried to hug me all fake and phonily. And she's like, okay. And then she's going to address them one by one. So she's gonna end up messing up, of course, with the whole vinegar and oil. And Robin's like, no, vinegar and oil goes together. We're like vinegar and water. And okay, Robin don't like her anymore. So I just feel like this is Robin's story as well, you guys. Robin is guns a blazing for Wendy, and that's part of her storyline because the rest of the shit is just awful. Who cares about her and Juan? Who cares? Okay, y'all. So yeah, Giselle said earlier that Wendy don't own shit, and she's not. Like she tells Robin, "Okay, Robin, I can understand that you feel as if we're oil and water. However, I take, she didn't say accountability. She said she owns the fact that she made her feel like that or something, but it wasn't a sorry. It wasn't a like, fuck is this for? Like I don't understand. This is stupid." And Robin is like rolling her eyes and stuff. And y'all know I hate to agree with Robin. And I don't because Robin is going to show her ass in a minute. But like Wendy is just stupid. This whole thing is stupid. All right, y'all, we get into this whole thing about, so what did I do to you? What did you do? Because Candace is like, listen, she's been very specific about what you've done. And she's like, well, what did I do? Please don't tell people that I tried to fight you because I did not try to fight you. That's not who I am. And we get a flashback of her standing up and Charisse literally, oh, we don't get the flashback until after she calls Charisse. Because Wendy's just like, listen, that's my truth. I felt like you was coming at me and you were. Like people had to hold you back. Nobody had to touch me. Nobody had to lay a finger on me. So she ends up FaceTiming Charisse and she's like, did you have to touch me to hold me back? No, no. Ugh, Charisse. And then we see the whole playback where she not only touched her once, twice, three times, like she was literally holding her back. And I'm like, what a liar. Like they're both liars. Ugh. So as soon as we're done with Charisse, they hang up the phone and Robin is like, you are horrible. And she's like, I'm not a thug. This is not what I do. Giselle's like, why the lies? Why the lies? Not Candace. Wendy is like, I never called you a thug. This fool said you are projecting on yourself. I don't know why I got a kick out of that, but she's like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Like she just keeps repeating. Y'all, how many times have we seen Robin lose her shit so far this season? Like I understand she's trying to give, but she's giving too much. Like it's giving Lisa Rinna. It's giving put on. It's giving actress. And actually, she is better than Lisa Rinna because, like, I just feel like Robin's not this mad. She's just really trying to give something. And it's making her look crazy. She's looking a little batshit crazy because she keep losing her shit over nothing. The smallest things. Like, Wendy is like, why are you yelling? Because I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. And I'm like, oh my God. And then Giselle with the yelling. And Karen is like, yeah, all of the yelling and all of the wrongness is coming from that side of the table. Because Robin gets up and walks away and she's like, why are you walking away? Well, if she feels like she needs a moment to walk away, she should get, a moment to walk away. And they're like, Giselle, why are you so loud? And she's like, because I want the whole table to hear me. And these girls are really doing any and everything trying to hold on. And it's kind of sad. All right. So next it's Ashley's turn. And Ashley has to talk to Candace. Yeah, Candace. So it seems as though my friend, said that Chris was being a little flirtatious with her. She was at the bar ordering a drink and he came over and was just like, and then she did it again. He came over and was like, and I'm like, what am I missing? Like, am I missing something? He was like, what? Just being a little flirtatious. I'm sorry, you're going to have to come with a little bit more than flirtatious. Like, okay. And, Candace is like, what is the point of this? Like, really, what is the point of this? We were just together. Oh, she came to me after. Well, yeah, but still, I've come to you, one on one, like, and you choose to do. Well, I knew I was going to see you. No, you wanted a moment. Y'all are really after Chris. Y'all gunning for Chris. Y'all gunning for, Candace and her marriage. And it's shitty. It's so shitty. But, Candace, did you not know that you couldn't trust, what's her name? Ashley? Like, this is who you want to be friends with. Well, Ashley is going on and on about how she, do you think that maybe, Chris is acting out and like maybe his behavior has changed and he's coming off doing all these things because Mia even said that he was looking at her and Mia's like, I didn't say sexually. I just said he was definitely staring. But, and I'm just like, oh my God. And Candace is like, well, no, he didn't do any of these things. And she's in the confessional like, I should have known not to trust that bulbous head, what she call lying ass Ashley. And I'm like, yeah, you should have known. Like, Ashley is telling her, oh, the pendulum swings both ways. Why couldn't I get that out? The pendulum swings both ways. And Candace is like, yeah, so you're just really trying to get it, a little get back. And the way Ashley was laughing and everything, like she was really, it's like get back to her. Why do you want to be her friend, Candace? Like, let this girl go. Ugh. Yeah, I think it's shitty that they are coming after her husband like that. Because I really don't think Chris is doing any. Well, I mean, he a man, but why would he choose these people knowing it would come out? I don't think he's doing it to these people. I'm sorry, and it just so happened to be Ashley's friends. Fuck out of here. Mm-mm. So Ashley goes on and on telling her how, she's really come after Michael and calling him a predator every which way. And she's like, it's documented. No, it isn't. Like, he was innocent in a court of law. And I'm like, I could have sworn I saw on that videotape. Didn't they show us a videotape of him actually groping the producer? Like, didn't we see that? And he's creepy. It's documented. I'm sorry. So they're going back and forth. Candace is calling her all kind of bitches or whatever, lying bitches. And that would be true. And of course, Ashley is like, well, if you don't want to address it and you want to turn a blind eye. And she's like, well, you would know about that. And it's so funny because Karen be like, ooh, okay. And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, well, I know that he's been in some other DMs. Listen, Ashley, we don't care. We don't care. I wish Candace would just be like, yeah, he's trying to fuck everybody. I don't care. Boom. Storyline over. Like, what else can you come with? If somebody tells you they don't care, why, ain't nothing you could do about it. Like, stop giving them what they want. I know it's easier said than done, but clearly, very clearly, they are after him. So I swear to God, I would be like, never let him see you sweat. I would just be like, oh, okay. Okay, cool. Thanks for letting me know. We can move on now. How you doing? What No, and then just don't trust them. Like, fuck them all. But, yeah, that's it. That's the show. That's the show for today. And Robin needs to go somewhere. Like, she is doing a whole lot, and it is really coming off Lisa Rinna-ish. I don't like it. But if you are still here, you are the real MVP. Thank you very much. If you have not already, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you be a part of the Beautiful People family, the BPs, if you would. Like the video, guys. It's good for the analytics, and I will see you guys in the next video. I wanted to talk about Married to Medicine, the third one, because it was I mean, it wasn't great or anything, but it was okay. Like, I feel like Quad, that's my girl. She was doing a lot. She was doing a lot though. But I wasn't mad at her. I really wasn't. Like, her and the whole Toya thing, I wasn't. No, she was doing a lot. Her and Dr. Heavenly, they little back and forth, and thankfully, they don't be serious about it. I do think Eugene is a little bitch, so there's that. I don't like the way Contessa was talking to Damon, and I don't like the way Contessa was talking to Damon. I'm telling you, like, that pissed me off so bad because Damon don't do nothing to nobody. He don't do nothing to nobody. So why do you keep coming at him like that? I don't want to see Dr. Contessa next year. I'm not even like I don't want to see her face. But I'm not going to do it. So I will see you guys in the next video. Smooches.